out the mud, now we map out the stuff. Hands on the wheel, got my life in the car. Up and down roads, they said ain't for me. Now I run routes like a wide body Jeep. Selling work out the trunk, I was freezing at lights. Eating chips for dinner, counting quarters at night. Now it's bags in the back, got them strapped to the seats. Every mile one prayer, one now police. State line after state line, I was chasing a shot. Every mile marker felt like a ticking clock. Hit a rest stop shower just to rinse off the pain. Then I double that flip, did it all again. Highway to the million, I'm leveled it. Turn that stress into stone, then I built with it. From a stash in the door to a safe in the crib. I was driving for my life, now I'm flying to live. Yeah. Highway to the million.
Yo, it's your boy DZ, man. You already know it's not about the setback. It's about the get back. I want to appreciate everyone that's became a member, that subscribed to the channel, and that watches the channel. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't already hit that notification bell, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live. I appreciate all of y'all that be rocking with me, and I hope y'all continue to rock with me. What's poppin', fam? Make sure you smash that like button as soon as you come in the building. You know I appreciate all y'all, man. Yeah, y'all know we back at it, going in, and we still gonna get the late night live cracking tonight. Facts. Now, the boy Wicked100 acted a fool at No Jumper, right? He wanted to show that he was supposedly this gangster in a business setting, but we don't never see that gangster shit in the street. That's the energy you supposed to take to the hood. Wicked100 wants people to fear him in the business world, whereas though you don't need people to fear you in the business world if you doing real business. And the people that are doing real business, they don't want to do business with people that are trying to have people fear them, because they don't want a part of that shit, because they doing business. They talking major paper, right? So Wicked100 want people to fear him in the game, and he's exposing himself that his paper ain't where he claims it to be, that he's not what he portrays to be, because he's having this, you know, this ego image that he's trying to uphold to people that are supposedly not on the level as he is financially, don't have the status that he has. But these are the people that he's trying to like show that he's this, that, and more, right? So he acted a fool, and we all seen it. Now I understand, right? Adam has special instructions. This is why Brick Baby and other podcasters never run into whack, right? Because it's strict instructions to not bring anybody that whack is into it with or beefing with to No Jumper when he's there. And if he pops up on one of them shows, he makes sure that individuals are not there that he could have a problem with. He's calculated with that. And Adam has specific instructions to not bring nobody that he's beefing with, has words with, up there. So Adam brought Mooseman up there thinking that they was just going to do the content. We just going to get active with the content. Let it go up. We're going to have a conversation, even if it's some words back and forth, it's just going to be the content and it's going to go up. Wack got emotional, right? He got real emotional about the situation and let everybody see that for real, oh, you scared to be around other individuals because you don't want that embarrassment of you being put to bed. You don't want the embarrassment of something happening and then you looking crazy. So with the situation with Mooseman, he got all out of pocket, got brolic with the situation to try to make it look like this what he on with somebody that wasn't even on that. But the people that's on that, you got strict orders to Adam, yo, don't bring them around me. Because you don't want to get active. If you like that, you going to do a podcast, whatever, and with whoever, and if it go down, it go down. Straight up. You going to make sure that you don't care who it is. If it go down, it go down. Fuck it. But on some real shit, when you doing business, you got to have a different state of mind. Of course, protect yourself. But Wack want people to fear him. And nobody, of any status fears Wack. So he tries to intimidate individuals that he feels he can intimidate to fear him. But don't nobody fear Wack. Not at all. Especially if, you already know you'll get down if you got to. Why would you fear him? Dude's a marshmallow. He need people around him to feel secure. He can't go nowhere by himself. He can't pop up by himself because he don't got that type of respect. Wack don't got no type of respect, and his money ain't where he tries to portray it to be. He ain't got that type of paper where he need a whole bunch of people around him. Straight up, he don't got that type of paper, but he got that kind of beef. And he's soft as drugstore cotton. So of course, he gotta have people around him to feel secure, right? And his homies talking about they violate shit. Ain't nobody caught no cases. Ain't nobody been locked up for no real serious shit. These niggas is petty thieves and, breaking and entering type of niggas. Straight up. They ain't got no serious shit. They ain't cut at nobody. They ain't knocked nothing down. But he act like the homies is some serious niggas. They don't got no rep for pulling the yisto out and laying it down. They don't got no type of rep like that. Letting that thing ring. They don't got no rep like that. They just known for being around with Wack and him trying to intimidate niggas off of his past relationships with Suge and Big U. If they was like that, why they ain't violate Big U? If they was really like that, if Wack homies was like that, why these niggas ain't violate Big U? Why they ain't run down on Big U? Huh? If his homies was like that, why hasn't these individuals violated some niggas that's on that? They want to intimidate Mooseman and tell him, oh, we violate shit. As if Mooseman is in the gang or in the streets. We don't believe none of that shit until you niggas violate some niggas that's activated. Violate some niggas that's on that and activated. Straight up. Just keeping it a buck. Violate some niggas that's on that. Man, niggas, we ain't seen none of these niggas in the news at all. All we see is niggas getting indicted because of Wack. nigga. We ain't heard nobody pop nothing, none of that. Man, listen, they caught Wack in the garage. He ain't bust nothing, man. Ain't nobody want to hear that, man. They caught Wack in the garage. Wack was scared, nigga. He called out a nigga government. The same shit he do on the internet to this day, he call out a nigga government when he's in an argument with him. He want to say your name to identify you. That's what he did when this nigga seen him in person. See, he might got some of you peewees confused. Straight up, y'all think he like that. Y'all niggas ain't never been in nothing. So of course, he gonna have some of the peewee niggas confused. You niggas ain't never been to war. Straight up. So of course, you know, some of the peewee niggas might think, man, this nigga like that. If he was like that, right? You would have heard some shit from the homies around him that they got active. The nigga just run around with people to intimidate and scare, hoping that don't nobody go there with him. And when he did have the homies with him, they say at the concert where J-Rock knocked him out, ain't nobody do nothing. Ain't nobody get active. They knocked the nigga out, Wack running around wanting to chase his own homies. Like, but you got Mooseman here, and you get super activated and animated on Mooseman so that it can look like something on camera. Nigga, you should have got activated on Tiny Draws, nigga. Why you ain't activate on Tiny Draws? You should have got at him. You should have ran down on Big U and put the pressure on Big U. Why you ain't do that? Because you not like that. Because you soft as drugstore cotton. You out here trying to put this image together for people to fear you. This how you know you weak. Nigga, if you like that, you gonna get active when need to be active. You not gonna be out here trying to scare niggas ahead of time from them trying to say something to you. You selling wolf tickets because you really don't want nobody to try you, and you think if you get hyped with everybody, people gonna be scared to try you. But at the same time, you ducking and hiding. You making sure you move strategic and you don't go in certain environments when you know you out of place. You doing that. But at the same time, you behind the scenes calling niggas out like you on that. We know that. Straight up. Smash that like button. You just came in the building. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel and share this live. Straight up. Just keeping it a buck. Appreciate the super chat. He definitely didn't have that energy for Aiden. That's a fact. Of course. You know, Wack only does this to people that he feel he can intimidate. We know Adam22 ain't throw a punch back in the ring. So of course, Wack gonna talk slick like that to him. Yeah, I knocked you out. Tell Mooseman, I knocked you out. Of course you gonna say that to those individuals. Say that to somebody and pull up on them that's on that. Wack don't want none of those type of problems. He wanna look like he want those problems. Because if a nigga wanted that problems, we would have seen it. Straight up. Wack scared to go to jail, but he want to look like a gangster. Gangsters go to jail. Gangsters catch cases. Wack gonna get you a case. That's the thing about Wack. That nigga gonna get you a case. He ain't gonna catch one. He gonna get you one and act like he don't know what happened. You gonna mess around and get an indictment. Straight up. Just keeping it a buck. You hear me? You gonna mess around and get a straight indictment. Feds at your door. You locked up with Wack. Yeah. He ain't getting active. This shit's all an act. Straight up. And he picks certain individuals to do the shit with. He know not to do that shit with somebody that's on that. Somebody that's going to crash. He know that. Those are the niggas that he going to send to jail. If he know you like that and you on that, he going to send you to jail. Facts. You going to get an indictment. Smash that like button, that subscribe button. SBGB TV, live call-in show.
DZ, this LJ.
What's going on, LJ? What's popping?
Salute to the SBGB TV fans, man. I've been on replay game lately because my shifts changed, you know what I mean? But I've been on replay game, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, if you notice, you right about everything you saying, right? He kept saying, like, think about it. We talking about Mooseman here, right? Mooseman. Oh, you lucky I let my team go. My team go. And then right after that, he gonna say, yo, is they still out there? Yo, they out there. He's saying that in the mix of the argument to intimidate him with more people. Why do you need more people for Mooseman, bro?
Yeah, that's wild. Like, dude ain't even on that, but you wanna pose like you a threat like that because you got people around you.
Well, why can't you be a threat? See, when I was growing up, my old heads, if you call, you know how it go, you call your old head, you get into something, or your mom, boyfriend, you call your old head coming. I don't get with this my only gripe with LA. It's like, why do y'all feel like y'all need 10, 15 people? Why? That I would feel weak if I feel like I need to go get all these guys to help me.
But that lets you know the mind frame. You know, niggas really don't want to go one-on-one. They want to feel like if they get in a situation, they always got the advantage. It ain't no, I'm a man and I'm going to stand up as a man on principles. I got to have protection to feel like I'm a man.
Facts. So if they want to get into something at work and she be like, hey, babe, man, my coworker, I pull up, you going to say, hold on, let me call DZ, let me call LJ, and then, hold on, babe. I know it's been 30 minutes, but I talked to DZ, but LJ ain't answered yet. Hold on. Like, come on, bro.
See, you know what they'll do, right? Just keeping it a buck. This is what they do when they by themselves. They de-escalate everything. With a nigga by himself, if Wack by himself somewhere, he's not gonna have that brolic energy like he's ready to go in. He's gonna de-escalate the situation. But if he got homies with him, he turned into the gorilla because now he got the protection. But he knows how to turn this shit off and on. When he by himself, he turned off because he don't want to have that issue with somebody that's on that. But then if he got his homies with him, now he want to disrespect you to make it look like he like that. And this how I feel a lot of people are today. They only get cocky when they got their homies with them. When they by themselves, they not the same.
See, when I was a young boy, I was the opposite. When my homies around, I chill back. But when I'm by myself, because I wanted people to understand I'm cut like this if you court me by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this is how it would be if you court me by myself.
Yeah, man. It's like these dudes feel like they unstoppable when they got people with them, you know. And
he did that to Woody too. Why your arm like that? He was scared the way Woody walked in there. And Woody was sitting down, but he was having his forearm hold his waist. He had to bring it to everybody's attention. Why is Woody holding his waist like that? You know what I'm saying?
man,
what you doing all that for, bro?
We see that when he do that with everybody. Now he even had his homies with him when he seen Big Homie, but he already knew Big Homie was on that. You know what I'm saying? So he knows somebody on that, he going to fall back. He pick and choose. It's like somebody like a dog, right? If a dog sees that you scared, they going to go at you. If they see that you're not scared, they'll leave you alone. That's the type of shit he be on.
That's sad. It was a meme one time where they had these dogs behind the gate and they barking, and the owner opened the gate and they both shut up.
Yeah.
Now the other day I was calling you because you touched on something. You stayed on it for a second, but you ain't stay on it too long. But you the only one that hit the nose on it. Remember he said, "Yeah, Mexicans are a problem." Yeah, and I think Adam or somebody was like, "No, with the whites or something." No, white people ain't my. What you mean? White people ain't your problem? What, bro? You remember when you started talking about it the other day?
Yeah, he just say anything. You know, he just come out and just say anything, you know, because he wants to be on the side of Adam at the time. He wants to look like Adam's not the problem, but Mooseman is the problem. So he's just saying whatever he can say to fit that situation.
Oh, so white people no longer a black man problem than white, huh? just Mexicans, huh?
He says whatever he feels at the moment to fit the situation. You know, the boy is full fluffy. He's like all cat and all lies.
That dude's sad, man. It's sad, and he thinking he did something, but he ain't do nothing but prove he a sucker because you're looking like a bully for one. You're looking like a bully, bro. And no real dude, I ain't even saying no gang member, no street man, no real man allows bully. Like no man allow that. Like bullying is all the way axed out and always has been. You looking like a bully, and you bullying somebody that's telling you, "I don't want no problems with you. I don't want no problems with you." Come on, bro.
But he not gonna do that to somebody that's on that. You know, if somebody's on that, he's gonna smile. He's gonna try to talk about peace. You know, he's not gonna have the same energy. He only has the energy for the people that he feels is the prey. All right, y'all can pounce on this person like that. So yeah, he got that type of energy. But people that's on that, you never see dude with that energy. Like it's like, how can he solve this shit? How can he keep it calm? Because he know that it ain't gonna go his way, and he don't got a strong enough team. He got a couple dudes around him, and we all know they not like that. These niggas is older. You got young niggas running around here with that iron for real that'll send you straight to upper room, no cap, and you running around here with some older jokers that really, they don't want to go to jail. They scared because they don't want to sit in jail for no 10, 20 years. So they around here portraying to be a gangster, but they really don't want what come with the territory.
What come with it.
Yeah, they just want to be looked at like it. And you know, what's going to happen if they keep it up? It's going to be the day that somebody going to be ready to let that thing bark and see if they really on that type time. And all you going to see is ass, feet, and elbows.
There's one of them that's going to do it to him. I just ain't going to say his name, but I'm quite sure we all know who it's going to be. And there's one of them that's going to get Mooseman, you know what I mean? He next. And he going to Mooseman him and Hefe. And Hefe about to get Mooseman next for content. You know what I mean? He gonna do the same thing to Hefe, man.
Yeah, because Hefe be 1 minute he act like he about to go at him, and the next minute he like on his side, and the next like the boy don't know how to. I feel like he don't stand on no business, you know. And it's like the character is shown of these individuals doing the content, man. It's like, you know, you can do your content, but it still show your character. And then, you know, you got certain people that be telling him, "Oh yeah, you real and you thorough," and like, I think a lot of people don't feel that way about Bull.
Nah, but that's why I said he about to get Mooseman next. I just said that. He about to get Mooseman next. For sure he is. For sure he is. Because I think Mooseman was a play. Because that same joint, when Woody went through that, when they were saying that Woody joint, remember he said Wack asked him to do a play too.
Yeah.
Trying to find out the white boy fight was a play, was supposed to have been set up for Nipsey, and Big U wasn't going for it. So Wack went and got them white boys himself and did it for himself. All that was a play. None of that was real.
And that's the shit he do. Set up them plays like that.
And Big U was like, "No, we ain't having Nipsey and no light like that fight, no white boy." Next thing you know, they say Wack went and did it. That was a few years ago I heard that. Wack went and did it himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you out there screaming, "Get down," ain't put nobody down. Come on, bro.
It's all cap. The boy is like, he's one of the captainest dudes there is, man.
I don't know. I think what he doing. Remember, we've been saying it for a minute. He's taking whoever threatened him in No Jumper. He offering them these full fluffy deals from people, which probably is federal agents, waving money in their face. He recording fake phone calls, having fake people call Flacco, acting like they business people. He got them calling Jalise, acting like 607 acting like they business people. They all federal agents. They offering y'all this money. Y'all turning on No Jumper. This a whack to take y'all away from. So he's still in Adam people and Adam face. And I think Adam's starting to wake up and notice that. But that's all he's doing. That's all he's doing.
He definitely taking Adam's people and taking them to different directions and acting like he's doing a favor for him. Adam don't, see, or he might start to see that Wack is like a real live snake. You know what I'm saying? He's infiltrated and he has a different agenda that he's not disclosing to Adam. And you can see it because why is the people that are over No Jumper going to other platforms that Wack is associated with, and then they talking bad about No Jumper? So,
and that's treason for real. That's treason at its most right there.
Bull dirty, man.
They said something about he trying to set up a No Jumper type John with Vlad and bring all them there. That's what I heard.
And that's a possibility.
He's trying to take them to Vlad.
That's definitely a possibility, because he want to get in with Vlad on another level. He done took 600 over there to be the security. So, and he's, telling people, to go over here to do interviews, and he trying to get them lined up with Vlad. But Vlad ain't gonna let Wack get that close to him. See, Vlad's doing the business, transactional relationship with him instead of letting him all way in. Wack want to get all way in, but he's not doing that with him because he can already see how things has gone over there on No Jumper. So I wouldn't let him get close to me like that either.
Facts. And Vlad got good ties with people that's in the industry that means something that don't deal with dude at all. So Vlad ain't gonna mess them relationships up for Wack at all. He's not doing it. Man, we'll see how this joint come, but Adam need to put his foot down, man. He need to put his foot down, and he doing it though because you notice when Wack talk tough, he talk business, he do this. Wack, Adam always say, "Oh yeah, he's subliminal." If you catch how he talk to Wack, he might not say much, but when Wack start to talk, he's like, "Oh yeah, oh okay, yeah." Like he's subliminal with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Adam knows what's going on. He just in love with the content. He see that, Wack brings views in his content. I really feel like Adam knows what's going on and he looks at Wack funny, but he's able to turn the blind eye because it's content. And I feel like with him, it's content over everything.
And he already know about Wack because them lawyers he got for that case, them lawyers telling him, it's a close federal agent that's in between this lawsuit. Like he know his lawyer's telling him something. Adam know.
They probably is letting him know, and we know that the feds came up there, and he said they was getting a cease and desist letter, which I think it was more than that. So I'm sure Adam gotta know what's going on with Wack. Wack is, acting and shit. I know he gotta know.
But they say that was a fake cease and desist that R&B wrote up for Loose Cannon, and he sent it to Adam.
It probably
so you know how Wack uses all of them, and I don't see how because R&B ain't got no businesses. So if Wack think Kim dumb enough to not have them divorce lawyers looking for R&B money and where it came from, something wrong with him, man. That proves why all his artists, his businesses fail and get sued because. He dumb as a brick, and I hate when people say that this dude is smart. There's nothing smart about this dude, man. He listened to what people say on the internet, then he come out. It should have never took him 3-4 days to come out with a fake badge. If that badge was fake, it would have came out that night or the next morning. It wouldn't have took 4 days.
Yeah, like I said, the badge, I don't think it was fake. He just did the play after that. Why would somebody constantly keep a badge in their wallet all the time, and then when they accidentally pull it out, it takes so long to show the badge, And
Right.
then you just got this badge talking about you getting discounts at the store and having a badge all the time. Nah, that shit
Right.
didn't add up.
And now your son not only here dimples, he also going to the so you saying he gonna be a freakazoid cop, huh? Come on, man. He better not frisk none of my kids. I'll tell you that, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, we know what it is, though, man. You know, the bull definitely ain't right, and we all can see what it is, and that's why we call it out the way we do, bro.
Nah, you do a great job of it, man. I tell you all the time, man. Whether on here or just sending the text, man. And I'm proud of the whole situation, man. I'm back in the check, yeah.
Appreciate you calling in, bro. Smash the like button and hit that subscribe button, man. Yeah. Y'all know, we know what it is. And they can see we taking effect by putting it down the way we putting it down. People is seeing it. Everybody's seeing it. SBGB TV live calling show.
These niggas gotta relax, dog.
They gotta relax.
They gotta relax, dog.
Yes, sir. They gotta relax.
Easy. These niggas need a whole bench performance because they ain't no way they in the game. No way.
Crazy.
Niggas gotta relax, bro. Hey, take your time. No pressure. Hey, we gotta save two aspects because there's two aspects, DZ. One is these people on Clubhouse, and then the next one is R&B. We gotta save these people. Ain't no woman used to be a minister or something, like a pastor or something like that.
Yeah, she used to be a ordained minister, but
no, man, no, hold on, DZ, ordained?
That's what he said. That's what she
no,
said.
Man, brother. No, man, ordained. You talking about she went to school classes and all that? She could bless me right now if I was at her church.
Hey, listen, this is what they say. This is what they say, bro. It's wild.
DZ, I know true, man. So she could have baptized me or baptized on christen. She could have christened my child today or tomorrow.
Hey, listen, when you think about that, right, that she could do all that and her running around with whack doing what they doing now, that shit is wild.
So you mean to tell me an angel end up with the devil or one of the devil apprentices?
Hey, listen, man, she done turned into the devil with it.
No, man, don't say that, DZ.
I'm telling you, bro. She turned into the devil too, bro. You know, the devil can grab you up. And I feel like
DZ, so DZ, let me ask you, why is she using the background hating like that? You was an ordained minister. You supposed to give love. You over there giving hate. Oh man.
And that's all she do. That's all she do is give hate. Whenever whack is hating, she gotta, you know, definitely assist him. And they was hating so much on the Krishan fight, you know, they upset because the wife is doing her thing and they get in the bag and they got paid from the fight, and whack and Blueface, they ain't get paid.
Oh, Bomba. I forgot the wife a part of this too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's why your boy tuning in live like that. So that's why Wack tuning in live because his wife making the bag.
Yeah.
He ain't there.
Yes. Yes.
You see how that work, right? You see how that come full circle?
Yeah. He upset about that. And, you know, they standing on business and, you know, it's going to get better for them. They don't won the fight. Krishan training, doing what she's supposed to do. It's going to get better for them. And we see that it's going down for Blueface boxing career. Of course, he's jealous of that. You know,
Man,
he want to win.
That nigga should have battled. He should have asked Soldier Boy to rock out in the ring with him, cause that nigga get used out the ring.
Straight out the ring. Straight you out the ring. Fact.
I never. Hey, what the dude name is from the cartoon? Falcon Punch. That nigga get out of there.
Yeah.
I forgot Blueface was a part of the fight. So then why is who this nigga is hanging out the ring like that?
And Wack say he got pushed out the ring, right?
Uh-huh.
And we know, we all seen it. He got punched out the ring, but he's saying Krishan got punched and knocked down when we all seen she slipped you know, he want us to believe that Krishan got punched instead of slipping, and that Blueface got pushed instead of punched. Shit,
Man,
wow.
listen, that man was putting so much eyes on Blueface. I forget a nigga name was Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, all I saw was green money. That man was making mad money on you. Beat you so bad on the ring, mad money.
Yeah.
Mad money. That's all he was thinking about. As soon as you step in that ring with him, mad money he was boxing you with. No, you know, blue, green. But, make. That's all they saw. Digits.
And
I
they
only
ain't
saw
get,
digits.
and they ain't get no paper. You hear Wack ain't said after the situation with
Aiden
Blueface,
Ross.
yeah, Aiden Ross, and you see he had the situation with the academics and he didn't get paid, right? He was talking about it, man. He ain't said nothing else about it since because he ain't get paid. And Aiden said, if it was up to me, I'm not gonna pay you.
Straight up, no
Straight
problem.
up.
I using your words. Straight up,
Straight up.
because you hear a lot of these dudes be using that now, right?
Yeah, of
Straight
course.
up.
You listen. You know we are trendsetters over here. That's just facts.
Hey, they ain't give it to you. I can give it to you. I've been hearing it lately. On some straight up. No. Hold on now. Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up, partner. Don't try to use the colloquialisms and the literature of a man that you know on your ass. Don't do that now.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah. So is that? I actually, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because I was supposed to call in the other day, and I say, you know what? I ain't calling too deep just yet, because I can let you do your thing, rock out like you rock out. But when I realized what you was talking about when it came down to the clubhouse members, when I say, you know, this nigga here, boy, you dangerous. I might as well tell you, they better stop playing, and they need. And I don't understand. They could open up their own YouTube,
Yeah.
but I get why. But hold on now, DC. Got to keep in mind, that is a public cult.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree it's a cult.
That's a cult, bro. Information has been given out. Things and addresses have been already aligned. And the nigga got so much information. That's why he can talk crazy like them. That he talk crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Nigga can tell one of the guys say, what he telling guys? But I mean, that's how it always is, you know, brother. It always been like that. It ain't been no other way he talked to these people. So how we talk to these people is how we feel so comfortable because you said something key. You supposed to be a what? Big millionaire, and you supposed to have all this bread, and you could waste all this time on a free app?
Yeah.
Ain't no, excuse my language, ain't no way.
It don't add up.
You know, how you gonna waste all this time? You know this time? But we gotta save R&B. We gotta save a baby girl.
Baby girl.
You need to be saved and delivered again, baby. We gonna baptize you over here at SBGB TV. We gotta baptize you, bro.
Hey, listen.
Got to.
Hey, bro.
Ain't no way.
I'm gonna tell you, right? She gonna keep going until his crash, and then she gonna run to God. That's when she gonna run to God. You know, she right now, she don't need God right now in her mind because she feel like she winning. But as soon as the crash happened, oh, she gonna run right back over there.
Man, DZ, after the back tattoo happened, the crash already was there. She already know. If I gotta put this nigga on my fucking, excuse my language, if I gotta put this nigga on my back for me to clarify that this is love, and then we have the video where she giving homegirl, come on, brother, man, it don't win. It a crash out already happened.
Yeah.
It already happened. She just in the background like a little mule. I understand. Baby girl, come over here. Baby girl, come over. Come over to the side. Write your book. Get your memo out. You're going to make way more money messing around underneath that nigga. Like you said already, DZ. You already said it already. Hey, you know what time it is when it come down to that nigga. He still have pressure from his wife on his back. Kim ain't playing.
Nah,
Kim
she
coming
ain't
for
playing.
everything. Kim coming for everything.
Yeah.
Or you know in boxing? Let me show you how boxing go. I got you. I can go over here and talk to Christian Rock, which is the ex of the person you managing. I mean, we can see how this work out. How that go?
Yeah. We
Big
see
pressure.
what it is. We see what
Big
it
pressure.
is. She definitely, stepping in that field and just made a mark.
Quiet as hell. Silent. Swift as an easy Sunday breeze. You wouldn't even realize it was coming.
Yeah.
You didn't even know. All you saw was one picture and a one little video of her at signing table. She signed right there with the same gal that is the ex of the person you manage right now, and plus you kick out the whatever house for Sean Rock comfort all. Oh, you think you think that was all? Nah, it come deeper than that. Your wife in it, nah. Yeah. Come here. Baby girl. Baby girl. R&B, you need to figure it out. You got to figure it out, baby. Figure it out, young lady. I ain't sure what you got going on, but you need to get a serious back removal real quick.
Yeah.
Easy. 1 foot on their neck, and the next one on the gas pedal, my nigga. Every time.
Sir. I appreciate you calling in, bro. Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, man. Shout out to all y'all. Facts. Hey, listen, we all see what's going on around here. Wack felt like nobody was gonna be able to call him out the way we do. Literally. He felt like nobody was gonna be able to do it. SBGB TV live calling show.
Deezy, what up? West LA Scoop.
Scoop, West LA was popping.
God damn, man. Hey, what you finna have a Russian call in next? Whack, hey, even the Jamaicans see through Whack bullshit, huh? God damn.
Everybody see through it.
Look, when you say, hey, we might have to call we might have to drop a dime on Whack, man. We might got to call the NAACP, man. You said he running a slave trade over there at Clubhouse, right?
He definitely running the slave trade. We see that.
You say modernized. Look, they used to toss the slaves some scraps, didn't they?
That nigga don't toss some shit. he's starving them over there. They working around the clock eating crackers.
Look, what they call potted meat.
Yeah, they eating crackers around there, man. Yo, you better sit right here. Nick can't even go to the bathroom, man. You better have his room open.
Right, 24/7, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, he better like sell me lemon. Hey, what killed me? The girl they say, well, we know Wack and Uncle was gonna be they up. I said, huh? They up?
Crazy.
What they doing up at 4 or 5, making sure, they like, yeah, they was gonna be tripping, but they was up. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Look, easy. Remember when I don't know, you remember the Wrestler Hillbilly Jim, right?
Yeah.
Look, remember when remember he surprised Wack at No Jumper when Wack had his daughter?
Oh yeah. You talking about the Dolomite?
Yeah, the big old dude, right?
Yeah.
Right. Look. Did he do any of that barking? Because he had his child in and could have been threatened, right?
Yeah, nah, he ain't had that energy. He act like he was about to, he wanted to say, yo, step out, but he didn't have that energy.
Oh, so he knew Moose wasn't. He knew Moose wasn't like that, but he ain't know what that dude was on. He just looked at the side. He knew what was his team at though.
Man, they was sitting back there. They wasn't going to do nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, the dudes is with him, right? They just with him to look like something. Them niggas don't want to go to jail. They just with him because they want to be a part of Wack, but they don't want to go to jail. We know that when shit get real active, somebody gonna go to jail if it go there.
Right. Right. I mean, why would anybody want to go to jail? And like they said, I don't know his crew. I know. I always thought Cuban Rob was like a younger guy. I always hear him throw his name or seen him. Right. I always thought, but they say the rest of his crew, his team or whatever, they're like old guys or whatever. Hey, DJ, let me ask you this. Oh, you know what I wanted to tell you too, bro, before I even forget. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I always, when I first started listening to you, I said, man, because I know how to recognize this type of shit. You know, I know some people don't got it and some people do by watching podcasts. You know, shit just pop up on your feed or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you why, you know what I'm saying? You upped them one on the game when you did the live call-in, bro. You kind of skipped, you killed them with that one, you know what I'm saying? You're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hey, he got the pack for the low. Hey, that brought them all in because you got a connection with the people, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like everybody that call in, including myself, it kind of feel like we know you and we all on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn near like we went to school together. I see how people just be talking and clowning you like I'm doing right now. So yeah. I got to give you credit on that one, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that.
Yeah. But look, let me ask you this. When Jay Reed and that Marciano shit went down, how long did it take for Jay Reed to do that next interview with Rick Rock? Wasn't it like a day or two, or am I tripping?
Yeah, he did that shit. He did that shit with Rick Rock like the next week.
Oh, it's like a week. Okay, but what killed me is I seen him. Why did Marciano get the bad? Why would Marciano get whooped so bad and he didn't? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
See,
it's kind of crazy.
Marciano got whooped bad like that because Loose Cannon homeboys, they wanted to prove themselves and get active. So them two dudes that was with Loose, the Gizzy dude and the Gloss, they went the hardest, locked in on Marciano because they was trying to prove themselves. So they did the most of the damage, even though they went over there and hit on Jay Reed some, but you know, Marciano didn't do no fighting back because he wasn't expecting that. And the nigga like 60 years old.
Right. Okay. Right. They try to make an example out of him. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he was the weaker one. Okay. I always wondered that. I'm like, damn, you know, because he didn't like, it didn't look like he had even like no scars. And you know what I'm saying? He didn't look like a pack out. I've been packed out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the smallest, you know what I'm saying, the little scrums, you like, I'm gonna be all right. And then you wake up the next morning, you like, God damn, they got me good. I didn't see none of that on him. Shit, I ain't even gonna lie. That boy, he clean up nice. I'm gonna just say that. Anyway, what was the last thing I was? Hey, then when you was mentioning Big Homie CC, Big Homie CC said shit. He said you know, I don't know if he was just clowning or what. He said when Wack was there, he said he seen all police and feds around, right?
Man, that's because they was there. When they seen Big Homie CC at that convention, the feds was at the convention too.
Right. Was they hoping he'd bite? They like, Wack, you got to go in and get him for us, huh?
And he was trying.
Right. And Steve's right. They even what you say? He joked it off about Wack being about the brother being all in the Queen's DMs, right?
And he was smiling about it.
But what was the last one episode where he went crazy about touching R&B when he was doing all that old bullshit about a month ago? When he was on camera talking about, don't touch my woman.
Oh, yeah. See, he was hyped up with the guy, and the guy wasn't even scared of him. When he was out front the dude wasn't even scared of him. You know, he was all hyped up with the guy like he was going to do something to him. And dude didn't even do nothing to R&B, but he was trying to, you know, act like that in front of everybody. And then when you seen Big Homie and you wanted to say he was in the DM, you was smiling and nice. I told you the dude be picking and choosing, you know, because he's really not like that, but he tries to think the people that he can intimidate. And he thought that white guy, he could intimidate him, but the dude was just looking at it.
Right. Like, even when he flinched at Farco didn't even move.
Yeah, he was just staring at him.
Yeah. Hey, Moose didn't even move. He just threw up his hand. I mean, it's like he ain't no threat. But look, so before I get out of here, I'm gonna ask you because I ain't had the clear answer. I've been trying to figure out have Wack and Adam potted since because I know they got on the phone after that when they was all sitting down at the table. Is this new shit I'm seeing is that new or you don't know?
The one that just came out Sunday, I think they did that pod before the Mooseman. See, Wack was there all day that day. And I think, they
okay.
did that pod first, and then they did the one with Mooseman afterwards.
And look, before I get out of here, look, when Wack look, during the Moose situation when he was having the altercation, Wack went right over in the corner and sat down. So he wanted to do the content any damn way. He didn't have to do all that. Because if he was that pumped up, he could have left.
There you go.
Because you know what, y'all got this shit. I'm out of here. Adam, you disrespect me. You could have left, but he went right over in the corner and sat down and wanted to do the content. I'm like, you didn't even have to do all that. He wanted to do the damn content. Well, you know what I'm saying. What else can we expect from the bull? Shit.
Yeah, we already know, man. He be on some Fufafi shit for real.
All right, I'm gonna get up out of here. One love, West LA.
Appreciate you calling in, bro.
What's up?
Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, man. Definitely. Wack is straight Fufafi. And like I said, boy be picking and choosing. He's not gonna go at nobody that's on that. This why he got a strict order with Adam to keep him away from individuals. Straight up. SBGB TV live calling show.
What's up, Daisy?
What's going on? What's popping?
I'm seeing you on TV. You live?
You know I am. What's happening?
Okay, how you talking live and then talking to me? I'm watching you on the tube.
Yeah, I'm live, bro. This how we do it.
No, I'm all right, but I want to shine some light on something for you. I don't know if you know about it. So
you gotta turn your TV down for me a little bit, bro.
I got you. I'm out Wilmington, dude.
Yes, sir.
I support my brothers. I'm from Jersey, but I've been living out here. All my family from out here, shit. So
appreciate
I'm out here. But I don't know if you know about the shit with him and Hassan Campbell.
Yeah, yep, I definitely know about that joint.
All right, so if you listen to the shit with him and Hassan Campbell, right?
Yeah.
Hassan Campbell recorded Wicked100 without him knowing it.
Yeah.
He just ain't trust him. So he recorded them. So when they fell out, he played on YouTube the recording of what he recorded Wicked100 singing. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what he recorded of him saying, fuck Big U, yeah, that nigga ain't shit, this and this and that and that and that. Then he said this. He said, yo, I be fucking with these Crip niggas because I be supplying them niggas guns to kill other Crip niggas. He said, neighborhood Crip, Nipsey Hussle. He was talking big shit, but he didn't know he was being recorded.
Yeah, yep, I played all that. I be playing that all the time.
Okay, so if this nigga on the phone call, it's like Loose Cannon. You got Loose Cannon on Adam22 talking about some nut shit, but you on a phone call with Hassan Campbell that recorded you without you knowing it, and then y'all fell out and he played the shit live of you saying, Wicked100, that you supply the Crips with guns to kill other Crips.
That's how you know he them people.
That's right, but you got to shine light on that though, because
I always do. I do that. That's periodically. That's in the building.
You already touched that topic.
Listen, every topic under the sun I done touched. We just revisit some of the things periodically, but trust me, every topic under the sun about this dude, we done delivered.
All right, so why this motherfucker on motherfucking video on YouTube, on television, you saying it out your own mouth? Ain't nobody else saying it. You saying it, Wicked100 to Hassan Campbell, not knowing that you being recorded. And then you and the nigga fall out, and then he played the recording on live. And then you get his shit, when they turn the YouTube off, deleted. But then he got it back.
Yeah.
For playing it. Then Big U get on it and say, oh, Hassan Campbell, that's a smart motherfucker. He recorded this dumbass motherfucking nigga.
Try to chill with the MFers.
Exactly. And that's what
I'm saying with you gotta try chill with the MFers because I be clipping this, and when you go too hard on them, I can't clip it.
Yeah, but see that same thing, Big. You need to play in the courtroom with that nigga talking about how he supplied the motherfucking guns to the motherfucking Crips.
No, yo, bro.
You do.
Bro.
Wicked100 motherfucker.
Hey, bro, the MFers. You gotta chill. Like you saying them too frequently. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to say it periodically, but when you say it frequently, it messes with the joint. Yeah, I got you.
I got you. No problem. But it's like, how you get away with everything and know nobody else? Hassan Campbell sent you like you sent Bruce Cannon.
Yeah.
But it's really deeper than that because you said it in secret to Hassan Campbell. He just recorded your phone call and then played it on YouTube for the whole world to know it, whole world to hear it.
Yeah, definitely.
In your own voice, saying you supply the Crips with guns to kill other Crips. You saying it, Wicked100. Not nobody saying you said it. You saying it, not knowing you being recorded. Don't nothing happen to you. Nothing. But it happens to everybody else, though. So what makes you special?
You know what that means? That's just letting you know, that's solidifying who he is.
Yeah, you them people. Yeah, you ride around in the back seat with the windows tinted, pointing people out. Because me personally, I think Wicked100 get like a same thing he do with Adam. You got the Wicked100 show, and you get paid whatever you get. I think you getting paid by the police like that because you go too hard at it like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
you done bumped it to the part where you can't hide it. So now you gotta be so diabolical because you diabolical.
Yeah. Hey,
well, I'm good for the coaching, man. Hey, I like how you keep your foot on his neck.
We ain't stopping, bro. You know.
He's up. You don't even give him. He can't even breathe. You keep your foot on his neck. And it's crazy because you know we out here on the East Coast and you really hollering at the ball like that.
Yeah, we ain't stopping, bro. You know, and I appreciate you calling in, bro. Stay locked in.
I'm gonna stay locked in, man. I'm out here, man. This is my number. I'm out here on the west side. All right.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. Shout out to all y'all that be rocking with the channel. Y'all know I try to hold it down, man. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. SBGB TV live call-in show.
Yo.
Live call-in show. What's up, baby?
SB, you know who it is. It's on Rudy. Wait a minute,
What's
y'all.
up, baby?
Look, hold up. Now, that last caller, he all the way a little bit backwards. He's saying a little something, but he backwards, right? How that started with Hassan Campbell and the recording and all that, White Ben said that Crip stuff and the gun stuff way before the Hassan Campbell even came out.
Yeah.
So that right there, he just, the way he playing it is like that. That was the first time he said it. No.
Nah, he said it before then. Yeah, that was just one time that he said it.
But and the justification was, I said it because you asked me a question. You asked me about it, so I said it. Now, about the recording, he did know he was being recorded. You know why? Because he recorded Hassan. And when he said it first, Hassan said, nigga, you think I'm stupid? I recorded you too, stupid. And that's what they was going back and forth on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
That's day one. Day two, right? Because this is like series of it. So Hassan wasn't on there that much. Hassan Ben said he wasn't going to go on Clubhouse because, you know, his little, I don't want to say it, but his little nut hugger, excuse me, y'all, that was Bullet's guy. That, you know what I mean? So he been trying to get Styles R Us on you know, on Clubhouse. He never did it. He stayed on the YouTube. Then I guess, you know, to put it that way and to speed y'all up, it really came about when Bullets and Hassan went at it. And that's when he found out, like, yo, you rocking with this dude? Because everything Bullets knew, and the last thing and how he took his channel, because he wanted to tell Wack about it. And that's how Wack knew everything, details everything. You get it?
Yeah.
So before that, go all the way back. This is when even Suge Knight was in it. Because remember, if y'all paid attention just recently, he was just on a phone call and said, and I quote, hey, I've never sat there and the way Moose just did it to me, you know, if I say that I ain't wanna, you know, mess with him, why would he do that just to get attention? And you know, if he wanted attention, he should have did it another way. Didn't he do that to Big U? And before Big U went out, he told you. And remember, you said out your own mouth, right? Oh yeah, I was violating him for 2 years. That he wasn't. It took you 2 years. It took him 2 years later to respond to you. That means what? What, BZ? That means what? You literally sat there and tried to go at him back just for attention and for clicks and views. So now we rewind and you try to do that to Moose. Now, let's get the flop. You know, the first time, you know, you got with whack and all that, you know, everybody knew what your homeboy did in Walgreens on that lady, right? And you was on TV. Flacco, that's your homeboy. So let's talk about it. And you know that was disgusting because he did that with a little girl and he was following a little girl around in the store through aisles and all that. You defended that, Flacco. Whack smoked your boots on Clubhouse. I got the audio. Then what happened? You got into it, a disagreement with Wack. And didn't Wack make you move? Didn't Wack make you change addresses in P.O. Box, Flacco? What happened? What happened? All this on YouTube, brother. I just been holding back from y'all because, you know, my dog is in emergency surgery right now. Man, stuff going on with me. You know what I mean? So I just don't want to snap the way I really want to snap on people. So I've been trying to hold out. You know, these so what? I already know your tactic because I see somebody brought it up on Clubhouse. So I dare you come this way. I dare you come this way, say something about my cousin, and I swear to God, on granny panties and Jesus slippers, y'all know me, I'm going to tee off on you so bad. I'm going to make R&B take that picture off.
I don't know what happened. Unruly, your phone must have hung up. I don't know what happened. Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. You know, yeah, y'all know, man, we calling it out. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And we make sure we gonna break it down all the way live. I don't know what happened to Unruly phone, but something happened. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, Wack been doing a lot of these tactics for a while, and you know, this is the platform that, you know, everybody get to come together and be able to have their opinion and express themselves. So, you know, before it wasn't where as though people that knew what was going on collectively could be able to speak out about it. You know, we didn't built the platform where everybody got a voice. So you got the ability to speak out about it around here, you know, and we gonna keep it cracking. You know, that's why we here every day. And, you know, it takes something to run the live call-in show. You know what I'm saying? It takes something. Everybody can't do it. You see how certain jokers, they'll try to do the live call-in and then they'll fall off. It take a different animal to do the live call-in. That shit ain't for everybody, you know, because you're dealing with multiple people's personalities directly. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of people in the chat and they saying certain things and you might not respond. With the live calling, I'm dealing with multiple people's personality directly. And y'all see how I try to be with everybody. I try to be fair. You know, we rap about it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I got to go there, I'm going to go there. You know what I'm saying? I'm versatile with this thing and I'm surgical. So, you know, everybody can't do that shit. And that's a fact. Smash the like button and hit the subscribe button. We about to get into, you know, Mooseman and Adam talking about the situation with Wack. And then, you know, Dope Boy, he's a super glazer. Dope Boy is a super glazer. That's all he does is glaze Wack. You know, ain't got no backbone. I can't stand people like that. I'm just being real. I can't stand individuals that, you know, you just feel like dude can't stand up for himself. It feel like, come on, bro. God damn, you could agree with Wack, but Wack is dead wrong in this situation. Dead wrong because nothing, and I completely mean nothing, justifies where he took it to. Nothing. Like, come on, bro. Dude wasn't even on that with you. And you didn't scare nobody else in the world. Nobody else is scared behind that. What? You just made yourself look like the individual you are. Certified lame. That's all you did. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. Just keeping it a buck. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate the super chat. You need an award for that because different personalities is that's a fact. Appreciate that, LJ. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Run the table, my guy. Appreciate that. I wish a nigga who I employed called my show telling me how he gonna knock me out. That would have been his last day. Pardon. That's a fact. Straight up. Yeah. If somebody that you know you employed call you talking about what they gonna do to you, yeah, I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta come up here no more. Because honestly, in all actuality, he's giving Wack exposure. Straight up. If those major platforms was to say, go ahead, man. You doing too much lying. We don't want it. Then ain't nobody gonna pay attention to Wack. Straight up. They not gonna want to sit there and pay attention to him. You know, he's going to the platforms that got followings, different followings. They got their own built following. And it ain't like Wack has built the following. Wack ain't build these people's following. These people had following before Wack. They had millions of subscribers before Wack. Adam, Academics, and Vlad. He ain't build none of that shit at all. But let him tell it. He act like, you know, he's an asset and he built the shit. You ain't build they platforms, man. Them people done put that work in. Yeah, they just seen you was one of them guys that, you know, we can get you on the platform and you gonna bring some traction. Yeah, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, man. Shout out to all y'all that be rocking with the channel. Let's go over this joint, man. We gonna react to this. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, that subscribe button. We're going to react to this joint right here. Shout out to all y'all, man. You know I appreciate all y'all that be rocking with the channel, man. Make sure y'all follow us on all platforms. You know, we on Kick, Twitch, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We everywhere. Make sure you follow us on all platforms, man. You know, we going in. You know, we appreciate y'all. We about to run this though, y'all. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Just keeping it a buck. All right, let's run this shit. We about to react to this shit right here, y'all. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. Shout out to all y'all that be rocking with SBGB TV, man. Real recognized real, man. You know, and we gonna keep grinding. Like, we non-stop with this shit. we ain't never stopping. I'm just keeping it a buck. As long as Wack continue to run around, do what he do, we never gonna stop. Straight up. So all the people that rock with Wack on the 100 side, y'all just need to know I ain't never stopping. You know, I ain't scared of no Wack 100. I don't care about his police tactics. I don't care about his threats. That shit don't hold no weight. So Wack do the best thing he can do right now is be silent. Straight up. That's what Wack do. The best thing to do with me is to be silent. Because I'm locked in. Yeah, he doing the right thing. Man, I can't say nothing. Tell all the people on the 100 side your reason for you being quiet, and they got to sit there and think to themselves, we ain't never seen Wack do this. Especially when it's getting loud and people paying attention. We got the live call in. All that shit hit different. He know it. And we just gonna keep grinding, you know, and as we grow, trust and believe. More people are gonna connect with us, especially when they see the following grow. They see the following grow. That's why I appreciate all y'all that be sharing the live, all y'all that be hitting the like button. That's why I appreciate y'all, because y'all are valuable to the platform because y'all supporting, you know. Yeah, I appreciate the people that donate, definitely, because they support the channel as well. But I appreciate the people that hit the like button, that share the live, you know, that's active in the chat. I appreciate that shit because that shit there send volumes through the platform, through YouTube, and they don't like that shit. You know, Wack and his people don't like that shit. Just keeping it a buck. Let's just be real. Wack and his people that he run the content through, they can't do this live shit. They can't do this shit. They can't do a live show and hold people in the room and rock the shit. They know it. So, of course, they just got to spin Wack lives. This shit take a different animal to do this. And they know it. This would separate us. You know what I mean? Take a different animal and we do it for hours. So, you know, I know they feel some type way, but hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. Let's react to this right here, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. Share this live, man. It's your boy DZ in the building, man. We getting at this thing. And y'all know too's much. Be surgical with this shit. That's a fact. Yeah, I know they don't like it, but we ain't never stopping. You know what I mean? You can sit back, Wack, and just watch my work, nigga. And I told you from day one, though, boy. Did I tell you from day one, though, Wack? I told you from day one what I was going to do. You thought I was captain, nigga. You thought I was one of the niggas you deal with on Clubhouse. You thought I was captain. SBGB TV live call-in show.
Hey, dude, this Michigan Bob, man.
What's going on with you, brother?
Man, I got two things. For one, I got in the chat last night when he was like, man, I ain't never heard of he got a sister. And that's when I had put in there, I'm like, man, I'm from GR. That's Fatima. That's my little cousin. Yeah, they got the same daddies. She ugly just like him. And, you know, all the Mayweathers. That's his little sister, for one thing. That's Floyd's sister.
Okay.
Okay, that's real talk. Boom. Then, for two, for today, man, what was it? Damn it, I had the other one, DZ. Oh, shit. What was we just talking? What was you just talking about, bro?
We talking about Wack, Mooseman.
Okay, but that wasn't it. It was something that Yossi had did, man. That was some bullshit I wanted to talk to you about. I'll call you back, but that's one point from yesterday. I'm sorry for holding you up right now.
All right,
man.
You good, brother. I appreciate you calling in and watching and supporting the channel, my brother.
All the time.
Yes, sir.
One.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. We about to run through this, though, and react to this. So, y'all know we about to get on one with this one. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Shout out to all y'all.
Okay, and so I guess we also have to talk about how exactly the Wack incident went down. So first, I would like to speak on how our conversation went down in the lead up to it, I was definitely the mastermind of this idea in the sense that, Wack had made it clear that he was down to do a podcast with Doughboy. I told Moose, I'm like, don't worry. Just pull up. It'll be good. He's not going to do anything. I'll make sure he doesn't do anything. It'll be good. Moose pulls up, hits Wack with like
the death stare,
a little bit more of an intense vibe than maybe like any of us really expected in terms of just staring at him and sort of like, I forget exactly what you said, but like you were like, I'm here. Here. Like I think Wack's guiding principle is really like he wants everybody to be scared of him and he wants everybody to show him respect.
Yeah.
And you really were not giving that in that moment.
Now, let's talk about that, right? Wack wants everybody to scare him, be scared of him, and show him respect. Hey, listen. But he doesn't have that type of structure. He doesn't have that type of allure about him. So everybody's not going to fear you. And if they did fear you, somebody would do something to you. Seriously, and it would be bad. Or they would send you to jail. Something would happen. When you have people that feared of you, something always comes out bad of it. Just how Wack sent Big U to jail. Because he was scared of Big U. That's why he sent him to jail. He was scared. Straight up. Somebody's scared of you, they gonna go to the police. But Wack is trying a manipulation game when he really don't want the action. He really don't want to get active because we haven't seen Wack do anything to a gang member or somebody that was on that. We always seen the after effect of what happened to him. Straight up. We always seen the after effect of what happened to him. Tiny draws, smack fire out of it. Facts. J-Rock, put him to bed. Night-night. Betty bye-bye. Wake up, put the pepper under his nose. Gotta get him right. We gotta get down. All that shit. We ain't never seen, and Wack has never said it. Let's just be real. Can we keep this a buck? We've never heard Wack say about any gang member that he put hands on. Can we keep it a buck? He told us about Stitches. He told us about the white guys that he put his hands on and that was a play. But we ain't heard no reputable gang members that Wack said he put to bed. Not one. If somebody know one, name him. If anybody knows one reputable gang member that's active in that get down that Wack put his hands on, somebody tell me, because I've never heard it. All we heard is stories about people that wasn't on that. And the gang members and the people that's on that, we heard they put hands on him. If we being real. So we only got to look at it one way. Dude, you ain't like that. You want people to believe you like that. But you not like that because you ain't got none of that under your belt. You told everybody about these imaginary shootouts and these imaginary shit that you've been locked up for the homicides and all that shit. You told us about the imaginary shit. We heard that. But you ain't say such and such from over here. Yeah, I'll put him to bed. You ain't say that. But we do hear you say, oh, this nigga's supposed to be snitching. You sent Big U to jail. That's the shit we hear from you. This how we know you foo-fafi, Wack. Facts.
Did like go silent as soon as I came in, so I didn't really like that. That kind of caught me off guard. I thought it was like we're gonna kind of start yelling at each other, maybe start arguing over the points that I had, or he was gonna yell at me for saying whatever I said. But he just kind of froze, and that caught me off guard. So I'm like, I guess I'm just gonna wait for whatever he has to say. But obviously he took that wrong. You know what I mean?
Man, listen. I'm gonna tell both y'all. Y'all was tripping for that whole shit, and I feel like I feel like
you're not.
Hey, yo, I'm tired of Doughboy I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm tired of Doughboy. I don't even like this dude. I ain't gonna lie. I do not like Doughboy at all. The boy Mooseman came there to talk and do a podcast, and you so stuck with your head inside of Wax pants, you done put your head under his basketball shorts through the crack that you saying, man, both of y'all. Man, oh yeah, both of y'all. Wack couldn't even have a conversation with the boy because he knew that the boy was going to out-talk him. He knew that. So, of course, he wasn't going to have a conversation with him. He didn't want to be embarrassed because the boy was going to have an intellectual conversation that he couldn't deal with mentally. So he had to go there. It wasn't going to be nothing about gang snitch this. That's all Wax conversations consist of. On the dead homies who snitched and what he used to do back in 1980. Straight up. That's all you hear from Wack. What he used to do in 1980 and who was snitching and all this old fake gangster stories. Like, I'm just being real. I'm tired of Doughboy. Yeah. Hey, Adam, you can get rid of Doughboy. Yeah, you can get rid of him. I'm tired of him.
You're gonna gaslight me today.
No,
Doughboy,
I'm not trying to gaslight you. I'm telling you what it really is. I feel like, yes, I knew, you know what I'm saying, that y'all was planning on. I thought maybe you knew something that I didn't know, but I never felt right about it. Like, Moose, I'm just being 100. You was talking crazy. And
but I don't think so.
No, but let me tell you why.
But you've been representing me way different than it really was.
Okay,
Every conversation that I had that had anything to do with, turning something down or physical was people on podcasts asking me hypothetically saying, hey, Moose, I can tell you're just trying to pod. Even with you right. Baited me into saying some shit, and now you're trying to turn it on me now.
What do you mean?
You said, that Wax said he was going to slap the shit out you. What did you think I should say to that, Doughboy?
I'm just telling you what he said.
Just tell me what I should have said, because you said I was tripping by my answer. Tell me what I should have said.
I'm going to tell you, you can say whatever you want to say, but I was trying to identify, like, are you sure you know what you're doing? This man said he ain't playing. He said he going to slap the shit out of you. Now, at that point, that's when you could have disengaged it and just been like, no, it's potting, but what you...
Hey, listen, Doughboy's lame. Straight up. Because why would this guy come to somebody that he's supposed to be cool with, trying to stir it up, talking about, man, he said he gonna do this to you and that to you? If this supposed to be somebody that you have decent with, and you supposed to be rocking with, you ain't supposed to come to him on that tight time trying to instigate it. That sound like somebody that was instigating. That's all. And that you was happy to instigate it because it wasn't geared towards you. If it was geared towards you, we know you'd be sitting there with your head down because you're really scared of Wack. So if it was geared towards you, we know how you would have been. Soft as drugstore cotton, the way you sound now.
You did was you said, nah, Doughboy, I'm real. Yeah. I ain't turning nothing down.
Yes, and what I meant was I'm not going to get bullied out of my opinion. Somebody can't just threaten me with violence and I'm just going to say, well, I guess I don't have that opinion anymore.
But that's not what you said.
But it is just because I said, hey, this is real. This is my real opinion, Doughboy. That's what I meant. I meant that this is how I truly feel. I'm not just trying to rage bait Wack. Everything I said, 95% of the shit that I ever spoke on Wack was, hey, I don't want no beef with Wack. I have these criticisms of how he operates, and then people would say, hey, I know how Wack is, his demeanor, how he tries to bully people. What if he punches you? What if he slaps you? What am I supposed to do? Tell them I'm gonna ball up? It's like, I said, no, I guess we're gonna fight. That's just what it is. If that's what the energy.
But that's the problem too, Mooseman. You didn't do nothing. You didn't even have the reaction that if you would have stood up for yourself, Wack would have backed down. Straight up. If you would have stood up for yourself and even made it look like you was going to stand your ground, even if you took an L, you were supposed to stand up for yourself, bro. Straight up. No matter if you took an L or not, You were supposed to stand up for yourself instead of sitting there and allowing Wack to do what he did, and you look real weak. That shit right there, like, come on, man. Boy got tighten up. You know, it was like you look like the cream puff in the situation that you was scared that he was hollering. He ain't even throw no punch at you. Man, I ain't intimidated with nobody get to hollering. Because I know most people that get to hollering like that, they ain't gonna do nothing. They just gonna holler.
Rings, but he threw a water bottle at me. He yelled at me. That wasn't enough for me to crash out and ruin my opportunity. And I don't think that's that crazy. Well, no. But I'm not going to get gaslit into like saying I'm going to pull up and beat up Wack. That was never the energy, and nobody could ever convince me of that.
However you want to think that it came off when you said it is fine. But I'm just telling you what my perception of it was. I was just trying to get clarity of how you felt about it. And then the energy that you gave was, nah, Doughboy, this is real. So it's almost like you were separating, like, no, this isn't an act. No, this ain't no pop.
Yes.
I'm not turning nothing down. That's what you said.
Yes, because I'm not going to just turn down because Wack is yelling at me and trying to bully me.
But when he was in your face, you turned down and you did everything that you said that you weren't.
No, because he didn't punch me. He didn't slap me. He threw a water bottle and yelled at me. And I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to diffuse the situation. I'm not going to escalate the situation. I'm trying to base this off logic and reason in that moment.
He did what Wack did. Wack was yelling, so he yelled back. It's like, you know, Wack didn't punch him. If he punched Moose in the face and Moose curled up in a ball and whatever, then like, okay, then people would have a point. But like, you did the same thing that Wack did, except you weren't the aggressor.
And there's nothing that I said. I never said when I see Wack, I'm going to do this. You guys keep trying to paint me as if I was saying like, I'm going to get Wack when I see him. No, the Wack is unreasonable in this situation, no matter how you try to spin it. And when he had the conversation with Adam, it was the same thing. He had to find reasons. He had to say that I'm Mexican. He had to say he had beef with, he had to say his homies kill Mexicans. He had to go on this racist tirade to justify him tripping on me, because at the end of the day, he didn't have a good reason to.
Okay, what is he saying that's wrong? I would love to know. Okay.
You antagonize that man. You talk crazy about him. You didn't know him. Once he vocalized he don't know you and he don't mess with you, then at that point you should have just left it alone. But you did what you did and you kept it going, and then niggas make it seem like he's the bad guy. Wack was not wrong in the situation.
Come on, Doughboy, man. Straight Doughboy. Come on, Doughboy. Wack wasn't wrong in the situation. Wack wasn't this and Wack this, and he did the right thing. And see, I'm gonna keep it real, straight up, right? Wack gonna do the same thing to Doughboy one day, because we already know when Wack see that you weak, that's how he handle you. And Doughboy is showing all signs of how weak he is. So of course, Wack gonna do the same thing to him when he get a chance. Something don't go his way, he gonna do the same thing because he see that he weak. You can feel that Wack was, right, which we all don't feel like that, but goddamn, you making it seem like he was correct about everything.
Was 1,000% wrong in that situation. Yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't.
Until I say, when I see Wack, I'm going to slap the shit out of him. I never said that. I said I was criticizing Wack. And even when I said that we both work with the police thing, people trying to get on me for that, it was because he did the thing with the badge. And then he said, oh, well, my brother's a cop. This is just a buddy badge. That's what I was saying, is that if somebody's going to threaten my life and say, I'm going to put $1,500 on your head over an opinion, then I'm going to say, hey, I guess I'm going to call the police then. You know what I'm saying? That is past podcasting. That's past even fighting. That's saying you're going to get one of your homies to kill me over an opinion. And that's not reasonable. There's no way you can spin that to be reasonable.
And my whole thing is like,
but that's how you know Wack is dumb people, right? Because this is the same line that he's been saying for years. It's the same line that Wack been saying for years, though. This is how you know he dumb people. Whether it's true or not, right? For you to have the balls to say this to people across the internet, that let everybody know what you are. Whether you gonna do it or not, that's something that you do not say. That's something that is a crime. You telling somebody that 1,500 that you'll get something done to them and you'll get them erased, that's a crime. Straight up. You can't just be telling people no shit like that. But that's how you know them people. You know, them people allow Wack to do that, to make it look like he's a gangster. He's instructed and allowed to do that. Because when people see that, they like, you know, the people that don't got the common sense, they like, man, shit, Wack's a gangster. You hear what he said? But people that got common sense, they like, oh yeah, this nigga the police. Yeah, he the police. Yeah, ain't no way you saying this for years and you never get questioned. So you just telling everybody you got a situation with that this is how much it costs for your life. Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what it is when it comes to that. Smash that like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so.
If we're talking about right and wrong,
right,
it is wrong, and it is also disrespectful to me to jump out of your seat and try to fight a fellow podcaster. Now, the thing that might be able to happen that would be able to justify jumping out of your seat to fight a podcaster is maybe if you guys had beef that was really, really serious, or if blood had been shed, or if like really direct threats had been made, or maybe if Mooseman presented himself like he was like some scary gang member or some shit like that, which from my perspective, absolutely none of those criteria is met. So from my perspective, I don't understand how anybody could ever sit there and say that Wack was in the right when Mooseman came peacefully, clearly was intending to have a podcast, and then Wack jumped out of his seat screaming and, you know, seemingly was going to fight him if I wasn't standing between him or if it didn't get broken up. Like, I don't understand the mental gymnastics that you have to do to be able to present Wack as if he's in the right in this situation.
And Wack asked me, he said, do you got a problem? I said, no, Wack, I'm here to podcast.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
As if it wasn't already literal.
So honest question. If there was somebody that you genuinely did not like, whoever that person is in your head, put that person in your head. You don't even have to tell me who it is.
Yeah.
If you did not like this person, and if Wack came to you and said, hey, I want to bring this person that you don't like, and you told him, like on somebody, not on no camera shit, and you told him, nah, I don't fuck with dude, I'm not fucking with him. And like, I really got a problem with this guy.
Yeah.
And then he brings him up here anyway.
You know what I would have done? I would have calmly asked him to leave.
Okay.
But you explained to me why Wack's route that he took is in any way justifiable in comparison to calmly asking him to leave, which if Wack had said, listen, Moose, I don't fuck with you. Adam, I have respect for your building, but I'd like to ask you to leave.
I would have been like, hey, it's y'all show.
You would have walked out, right?
Yeah.
I just think that you can't ever really judge the reaction on how somebody
for sure you can. That is the biggest cop out ever.
No, as disrespect. No, because if you slap somebody and then they shoot, I'm just giving a different example.
Okay.
If you slap somebody and then they shoot your ass, somebody could be like, that's an extreme overreaction against slap. Well, maybe you shouldn't slap that.
But you're going to go to prison for murder.
I'm just giving an example of you can't tell somebody how to react.
I know, but in society, we absolutely do, because there's laws that we say, hey, you can't react this way. It has to match the level of force. That did not match the level of force when I'm saying I'm trying to do a podcast with you, and now you're saying I'm going to put $1,500 on your head to get you killed.
But I think if somebody tells you,
you're too reasonable to have this stance.
I'm very reasonable. But what I'm saying is, if a man tells you,
your judgment,
if a man tell you he don't fuck with you and he don't want to rock with you, and then you still pull up, you put up, he don't, like I said in the other podcast, y'all don't know each other. He don't know if you playing. He don't know if you just.
But this is business, though. This is a business. This is why certain individuals don't want to do business with us. This is why Wack is blackballed from the music industry. This is why people don't like doing business with us. Because how do you resort to violence if you don't rock with somebody that didn't bring no violence to you? How did it go to that level just out the blue because you upset that you ain't want to sit down with it. So now it's justifiable for you to go at him on that level just because you ain't want to sit down with him. This why they don't be wanting to do business with us, man. This why we don't get the same opportunities as other people because of the mind frame. You can be upset at somebody, right? But thinking that you're going to get something done by enforcing violence on another person will get people not to deal with your ass. Now, I don't want to do no business with him. It's too much going on. I ain't for that. You can have a difference of opinion and not like somebody without resorting to violence from the door. Because niggas really don't want to go to jail. Wack don't want to go to jail. That's why he's telling on everybody. So why act like you want that? Why try to keep that energy?
Adam knows me.
You talk about Adam. I'm talking about Wack.
Adam's not going to bring somebody in that's going to kill Wack on the podcast.
Right, I wouldn't have done that with Compa Raider, which you ain't been around for a while. But like Compa Raider and him have
that low of
actual neighborhood beef, where and Compa Raider came on here and said a term that disses Wack's.
I know.
That is something that I wouldn't have done because, as much as I don't think Compa Raider is some killer or whatever, it's like that's a serious beef. That's real shit. This was not that. This was podcast.
Because he kept saying non-affiliate doesn't mean anything. He can harm me. Adam knows me. Adam knows that I'm not on that. Adam, he has that low of an opinion of Adam that he thinks that Adam would bring a Mexican in here to try to crash out on him, try to harm him, try to kill him.
Well, nah, I just the way that I look at it was that he made his stance very vocal. Niggas ran that red light anyway. And shit, I don't think
that justifies anything.
I'm not saying it just for. I'm just saying that I don't think he was. How his reaction and whatever his reaction is, you can have whatever judgment you want to have on that. Okay, that's a different conversation. But do I feel like he was wrong in this situation? Absolutely not.
So is Wack wrong for popping up on like Spody Face with his ops? Because if Wack never did nothing like this, I would understand. But I think the thing that enraged him most is that he was the play now, and he wasn't the playmaker.
That's what it was. I do agree with that. Wack was upset because he was the play and wasn't the playmaker. Yeah. Oh, man, you brought him in, popped up on me. Now, if Wack was running the play on somebody, he would be all for it. But I do agree with that right there.
I think that's what really enraged, and that I'm Mexican. I think those were the two main points. Was he wasn't in on it, but he knew that I wasn't a threat. I think he was going to make an example out of me by turning up, going crazy.
I just don't understand
and he got
how
shit.
Anybody could have the attitude or opinion that what Wack did wasn't wrong. And Wack wants a pat on the back because he didn't punch him in the face, which, okay, I do appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, Wack.
However, jumping out of your seat and screaming and knocking over the cameras and all this, it's just like, how in what world could that ever be considered a reasonable response to what actually happened, which is a non-affiliate who is in no way a threat, who clearly does not have any intention of harming you, who clearly, if you were to start fighting him, obviously, I think, if we were betting men, that we would probably put money on Wack to win, right?
He's definitely got more phase than me.
I don't want to offend you or anything, but that seems clear to me. Not a threat in any way. I don't understand how any thinking sentient being could possibly have the opinion that Wack doing that is okay. In fact, I feel like if we were to poll 1,000 people who don't know Wicked100 and ask them what they think about that situation, that you would probably struggle to find one person who would say that the person who jumped out of their seat and was threatening to beat up the other guy is not in the wrong.
Well, I just think that to quantify,
I'm gonna be real, I feel like you're
straight up
doing mental gymnastics because you want to stay on Wack's good side.
I don't.
I have so much more of a reason to stay on Wack's good side, and I still have to come on here and say what's right and wrong.
You can't be honest.
Hey, listen. This is business, right? The boy wasn't no threat. There wasn't no reason for it to go there. There wasn't no reason at all. No matter how Wack felt about the shit, there was no reason for it to go to that level. And we can all see Du-Boy wants to be on Wack's good side. Yeah, he wants to be in Wack's good graces. So he's going to say whatever to make it look good. Yeah, I was riding with you, Wack. I feel what you're saying. Yeah. You can tell when he was on Wild 'N Out, he wasn't getting paid nothing. Yeah. They said they don't pay him too much. They barely feed him. You can say he was the one there all the damn time.
About people that he likes.
It's not even about it. Why every time I give my opinion, people think I'm like dick riding?
Because it's not making logical sense. That's
no, I'm not compromising.
Because you are. That's why.
And I just know that he said what he said, and then the situation went how it went, and I just don't feel like he was wrong.
But even what you just said right there doesn't really address the fact that, like, trying to fight somebody in a workplace who's in no way a threat to you is just really, really inappropriate.
And face to face, he said, "Do you have a problem?" I said, "No, Wack. I'm here to criticize your podcasting."
I think the easier way to find the landing point would be just to find wherever you would feel disrespected, and then take that logic of it. And if you felt disrespected, what would you do? Now, obviously, you're probably not going to react like
I can give you a really, really good example. Is so there's this guy who's like a prolific Twitter troll who posts like a lot of fake news and a lot of stuff. His name is Dom Lucre.
Okay.
A lot of people are like way too on Twitter know who this guy is. And at one point, a couple of years ago, he took a screenshot of my wife's TikTok where she was getting ready for Halloween with me, and she was breastfeeding her kid, and it's a whole TikTok with all these little clips or whatever, and there's like a 1 second clip of her and I, and we're wearing like Sesame Street makeup, and she's breastfeeding our kid.
Okay.
And when this came out, 0% of the people who saw it thought that it was offensive in any way. It was just like some regular ass parent shit. And so this dude screenshotted that one part with the breastfeeding and posted it on Twitter and said that my wife was selling this porn in which she was breastfeeding her daughter on her OnlyFans. Now, to anybody who's even thought about this for more than a few seconds, OnlyFans obviously doesn't allow you to sell any content or post any content involving children in any way. And this content was removed from YouTube for disinformation because it was not true. Now, I was doing a podcast with a couple of guys, and they brought this dude with them, and they allegedly didn't know that I had this issue with this guy because I never even talked about it publicly. Well, I guess I did talk about it on here, but not in like extreme depth or whatever.
On a rant or nothing.
A lot of people like probably didn't know about it, whatever. So I walk in here, and he's sitting there, and I actually posted the clip on Twitter a couple weeks ago. But I say to him, I go, "What's your name?" Shook his hand. He said his name. Immediately, it kind of clicks in my head, and I'm like, "Wait, that's you?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, I would like to ask you to leave."
And that's a much more heinous.
Yeah, right. That guy did something that's so much worse than what Mooseman did. And yet somehow, and granted, I am the owner of the building, so it kind of like makes sense. And, you know, I've been sued in recent memory for violence taking place at my office. But I was able to summon what?
Because of Wack. You've been sued for recent violence because of Wack. Wack brings a lot of drama to the establishment. And I see, like, you know, Adam likes the content, but it's costing you at the same time.
I thought was a very, very mature reaction towards somebody who I would like to hurt in a physical manner.
And if Wack said that, I would say, "Hey, man, you got it. All right. I'm not going to push the issue. I see that Wack is not playing
you did offer to leave.
Yeah, because he said, "Get your BS out of here." So I said, if you want me to leave, Wack, I'll leave, man. But I'm not going to fight you in the office. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to fight you at No Jumper right now when you got, dudes pulling up saying, "Yo, we violate people" to me as soon as I walk out of the podcast. So it's like, obviously I was going to be the next J. Reed Alley victim, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to expose myself to that if I don't have to. I'm going to diffuse the situation so I could,
the person who's in the wrong is always going to be the person who, tries to be violent in the workplace in the face of things that are not worthy of violence. Now, if Mooseman had said, when I see Wack, I might just kill him.
Because that's how he's trying to make it.
And then Wack did what he did. Okay, boom. I get that. That makes sense.
Never did I ever say nothing like that.
Then Moose seems like an imminent threat, and you're allowed to like do whatever you want.
Right.
And it just wasn't even close to that. And the weird thing about it is that I feel like Wack has so many yes men in his life that are willing to tell him that he didn't do anything wrong, that to him, I'm the only person who's willing to say that what he did was wrong. And to me, that is just unthinkable. There is absolutely no world in which what he did could be considered acceptable.
But do you? Well, how about this? Happy medium, split the baby. Do you at least admit that you played a part in his reaction? At least a small part in the way he reacted.
I think I created a scenario that was supposed to kind of trigger him. But in no way do I think that his reaction was an appropriately sized reaction.
And then that's fair. There was a little bit that could have been differently on this side, a little bit different that could have been.
And I was like so charitable to Wack after when we sat down. I'm like, hey man, I see what you're saying. I could have called you right away. You know what I'm saying? I could have hit you direct line. I was very charitable. I wasn't like, no, you're so wrong. But it's like at the end of the day, bro, you're talking about putting $1,500 on my head over a fucking podcast.
And even like
I never said, yo, when I see Wack, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. It's like, yo, you know that Wack is pretty unreasonable at times. This was podcast I'm sitting on. If he gets at you that way when you're just trying to voice your opinion, what's gonna happen? I guess we're gonna fight. Yeah, we're gonna fight.
But that's another thing that he was saying when he was here, though. Like, if you don't know somebody, you don't know how far.
Bro, we talk on people we don't know every single day.
No, you didn't hear
we go through the topics.
No, you didn't hear what I just said. If you don't know somebody, you don't know how far they're willing to take it. You don't know how.
Adam, definitely talk over that J Reed talk. SBGB TV live call-in show.
Hey, SB, this is Mr. Smooth, third shift crew. You already know what time it is. What's going on, man?
What's going on with you, bro?
Hey, check it. So I guess our man back acting again, huh? Winning another Grammy, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, he got midgets standing in front of him that's 5 pounds, and he act like he can't get past them.
Straight cat.
Hey, and then he got an imaginary stop sign in front of him. Then Adam be treating him, bro. I love the way Adam treat him. I love it. You ain't gonna do nothing. I got 911 on speed dial. What you gonna do? You did the same thing to Spody face. He get mad when people do the same thing that he do to everybody else.
Yeah, he definitely get upset about that.
He do the same thing to everybody else. You snake everybody else, but can nobody snake you publicly? That's all you're doing. You just getting fed your own habits. You do the same thing over and over.
Yeah, he don't like his own medicine.
He don't. He one of them. He like one of them little spoiled kids, man, that be playing basketball at the park. He lose the game. He gonna take his ball and go home. I'm saying, ain't nobody playing.
Yeah, you can tell that's the type of person he is, for real.
Yeah, kick the ball over the fence. Ain't nobody playing. Yeah, man. He foo-faffy, man, like you say, dog. I'm just so ready for him to go, D's. I'm so ready for him to go, bro. I don't know what it's gonna take. Dog. At this point, but you know what? I stopped watching this stuff. I figure, you know, the best thing I could do is don't give him my view.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the best thing I could do, dog. Is don't give him my view. Cause you know I would watch him just to get mad. I got too much positivity going on. I can't watch him no more, dog. I can't deal with it. I want to see the day he gone. That's gonna be the happiest day of my life. I ain't lying to you, dog. And I done had kids and got married and bought houses, and this is gonna be the happiest day of my life when I see this man going up off this thing, boy. I can't take it no more, dog. But I'm gonna keep watching you, bro. Keep doing your thing, man. Well, yeah, y'all get him out of here, but I'm just gonna stop. I gotta stop watching him, bro. I gotta stop giving him my view, dog.
I appreciate you calling in, bro.
All right, hold time.
Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, Wack definitely can be extra and irritating.
Irrational they are. That's what
I get that. Yeah. If you kill people over podcast opinions, you scare me.
Man,
I promise you that he got it.
Dumb shit every day.
I get that, but are those reasonable, normal people, Doughboy?
No, but that's the point of what it was saying. If you don't know a person, you don't know what they
I know, but you don't know Spody, and you was talking about catching a fade with them.
But did I disrespect him?
Yes. Spody pulled up to the news the next day and was saying, "Where's Doughboy without his glasses on?"
Right. Okay. And I talked to Spody. Me and Spody have talked.
Exactly, and he was reasonable.
Right.
The Wack is not reasonable. That's my whole thing. This is not reasonable.
Okay. All right.
Look at it.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Look at Doughboy. Oh, all right. It took all that for you to have an understanding about the situation. He was glazing Wack the whole time. It took all that for him to have any type of reasoning that Wack wasn't right. Well, I tell you.
But you can't really still agree with what you were originally saying, right?
No, I see what you're saying. That's the thing in the conversation. I can hear what you're saying and be like, you know what? I see what you're saying. I can see how a logical person in the moment, okay, cool. I can also see that had this situation not been created, he probably wouldn't have reacted like that. So I can see both sides of it.
And if Wack didn't run plays,
just to argue, like I hear what you're saying.
If Wack didn't run plays, I would have way more sympathy. If the Wack was just like, not popping up with people on podcasts the same exact way, I would understand. But when Adam brought that up, he just said he was going to knock Adam out too. And that just shows the, level of unreasonableness I think that we're dealing with. And, Wack got it. I won't criticize him if he's willing to put $1,500 on my head over it. That's all good.
Wack was like being so, and I know, and like ultimately keeping you away from Wack is like whatever, because we're used to
everybody stays away from Wack.
We already
have the list.
We have this policy for like the vast majority of the No Jumper hosts that we have to avoid them being anywhere near Wack. Right. And, so that's not really like anything new. But like when we were on the phone,
y'all hear that? Adam just exposed that they have a policy that he has to keep majority of the hosts away from Wack. Then that's wild. Like, come on. That's wild. You got to keep them all away from Wack. He can't be around the people, and he talks stuff about all these people, but there's a policy that he can't be around them. This is why he won't run into these individuals, because the policy says he can't be around them. So of course he gonna talk slick about all the hosts, any gang member that's a host, because he's never gonna run into them. The building has to be cleared when he comes up there, because he doesn't want to have that smoke that he portrays to have all the time. He don't want that. That right there exposed it all. The reason why Wack don't run into these dudes is because the policy that he got with Adam is to never run into these guys. You got to make sure I don't run into them. This is why Brick Baby and Wack worked at the same location for 2 years, and they never, not one time, ran into each other up there. Because honestly, right? If Wack would have ran into Brick Baby, I think it would have been fireworks. No cap. Facts. Straight up. I think if Wack would have ran into Brick Baby, it would have been fireworks. Brick Baby was coming up there with that fire. All that hoop and holler shit, it wouldn't have worked with Brick. Just being real, I think it would have been some real live fireworks. And Wack would have been on the other side of that shit.
Early in the morning on Saturday, we had just this insane conversation where he's saying, like, Adam, if I wanted to hit Moose, you couldn't have stopped me.
I think that's true.
And
that's
I said,
true. Most definitely.
I'm like, but I did stop you. Or like, but you did stop. And he's like, well, you couldn't have stopped me if you wanted to. And I said, but you stopped. And it felt like I was the only reason that you stopped, was like out of respect for me or whatever.
For the respect, not because he thought you're a tough opponent. It's because he has respect for Adam.
And this is my weird whole thing too, is that it's like, all right, so like Lil Jon and fucking Baby Cube and Rob are like Wack affiliates that anybody who's like really knows about Wack knows who they are. These are serious dudes.
Yeah. They came up to me after the pod. They say, hey man, we really violate people. Then they seen Wack. Wack was,
man, they ain't no damn serious dudes. They ain't no serious dudes. Straight up, if they was that serious, they would have been got active on some shit, and they would have been locked up some damn where. They ain't that serious. Niggas that serious catch cases, man. These niggas is catching petty cases, stealing out the store, stealing out somebody's house, getting caught with some little shit. They ain't serious. What are you talking about? Niggas sat in jail for a week, 2-3 weeks with $1,000 bail. Nigga, you ain't that serious. Nah, you ain't that serious, man. They just, followers. That's all. They just follow anything Wack say and whatever he do so that they can be a part of Wack. They know Wack the police, but they don't mind because they running around with it. Straight up. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Shout out to all y'all.
Chill with me at that point. Obviously, he doesn't fuck with me still, but at that point, he was chill with me.
That like those guys that it wouldn't be beneath them to fucking beat you up for something that you said on a podcast, like as if Wack couldn't handle that duty on his own.
Yeah, I think
as if there needed to be a bunch more guys here to help take part. I mean, it's just so silly. And I feel like I'm being asked by people to like have a lot more sympathy for that viewpoint than I'm willing to actually have. Because again, like I try to be as logical and reasonable as possible. And to me, ultimately, the person in the wrong is the person who starts the fight, not the person who talked shit. That
lets you know how petty they are, though. That lets you know how petty they are. Why y'all didn't run down on Big U like that, man? Why didn't y'all pull up on Big U? Y'all told Mooseman we violate shit. But y'all ain't pull up on Big U? Why y'all ain't pull up on somebody that's like that out there? Y'all sent the nigga to jail. Y'all sent the nigga. Why didn't y'all pull up on Loose Cannon? Loose Cannon was talking filthy to Wack. Why didn't y'all pull up on Loose Cannon? If y'all so like that, because y'all knew Wack was setting that man up to get indicted by the feds, man. All right, we got to sit back on this one. We ain't doing nothing. Y'all was scared anyway. Y'all seen Loose was on that. Y'all seen that Loose was on that, man. Y'all was scared, but then turn around and y'all see somebody that ain't on that. We violate shit. Violate what? Man, y'all ain't violate no niggas in the street. Go violate some niggas in the street so they can do what they do in the street. And then we'll see how active y'all really are. We'll see if y'all really like that. Go violate the niggas that's on that. I can't stand jokers like Wack and them dudes, man. I can't stand them because y'all tough with niggas that ain't tough. Go get tough with the niggas that don't got shit to lose, that ain't working on shit, that's willing to go there because they ain't got shit to lose. Go get active with them. The boy working on something. He trying to build something for himself. But these are the type of people that people like Wack want to get active with. A nigga that is ready to crash out, y'all not going to be on that with them because y'all can't match the energy. Y'all fake tough guys. Y'all are fake tough guys, man. Fake. Go get on it with the people that don't got nothing to live for, that ain't got nothing to lose, and they willing to crash out. I bet y'all want to cop a plea on that. I bet y'all don't want it to go there. But somebody that's trying to build something that's just coming into the space, y'all feel like y'all want to intimidate that individual and it make you look strong. No, it make you look weak. Honestly, that shit really make you look weak. It don't make you look strong.
Maybe led to the fight. And listen, people are free to fight wherever the fuck they want all over the world. It's just at No Jumper, you're not allowed to fight anybody. And if you do, you're probably never going to be asked back. And with the whole Wack situation, it's like, I guess he didn't actually do it. So it's like, we can't really be like that mad about it. But
come on, Adam. I got to disagree with you on this, Adam. I got to disagree with you because Wack been causing violence at your building for a while now. Got you a lawsuit. He brought Loose Cannon up there, but then try to get you to agree that Loose Cannon came there for you and not him. Wack caused the disturbance there consistently. So I gotta disagree with you on that. When Jay Reed and Marciano got beat up outside, that was because of Wack. It all happened because of Wack. Wack was trying to get you to engage in a fake network called Dosh Network that doesn't even exist, like a lot of the things he does. And he went too far with Loose Cannon. That shit was all Wack for. So Wack caused that situation at No Jumper, and you didn't get rid of it. He likes the content. Yeah, he liked the content. So yeah, he is a part of the problem because he likes the content. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button.
like, obviously he came very close in that moment to like, oh, okay, we're never going to do another podcast again because I can't trust you to be in my building.
Right. And the more you explain it, like I do see your logic in it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because you know there are people in the building that do have serious problems with each other, and you didn't perceive this as one of those. So in that sense, I can, you know, cut your little stock. I'm like, yeah, I can see that you didn't think it was gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? But then
it shouldn't have.
Yeah. But I'm glad it. But one thing I can say, if there is a silver lining, I'm glad that even through all of it, through the whole yelling, through the bottle getting thrown, through all of that, we were able to sit down. We were able to pod. They were able to chop it up afterwards.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't know why he still doesn't like me, because he seemed like we're chill. He shook my hand, you know.
That showed growth on everybody's.
And my level of trust that the situation was under control was strong enough that I left before the podcast was even over.
Exactly. Yeah, we sat there for another 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah, I was so certain that it was going to be fine that I just left and like went home because I had to go. I forget what I was doing Thursday.
So I think it was something with your.
And then I just kind of got lectured by Wack for the rest of the pod, which was fine. You know, I could tell that he was not willing. He did not want to debate anymore. He was not on that. I could see the energy that he was bringing. So it was just, you know, diffuse the situation, let Wack get his shit off. I get it, man. You know,
that was something that was dope about it. That was something that, like, at the end of it, niggas could sit down as men.
But he said he still don't want to be around me, so which I don't get, because I told him, you know, it's all good, man. I hear you.
It's weird how that kind of came together.
And now you got another op.
No. We're not going to talk about him. We're not going to talk about him.
Oh, you
just a random.
Look at Doughboy. He trying to give somebody clout that don't need it so that he can, you know, bring up something to have some controversy about. I'm telling you, like, I'm glad that I be rocking Dolo. I'm glad that I rock Dolo because I couldn't deal with that shit. Yeah, I couldn't deal with that, man. I don't even like that kind of energy around me, you know. I want to commentate on the things I want to commentate, but I can't stand a man that's not a man. Like, go ahead, man. Go get away from me with that, bro. Get away from me, man. Have a strong opinion about what you want to have an opinion about, but don't have the opinion of somebody else that really don't even like you. Straight up. Wack be using all these jokers that he deal with. Dude is a selfish, self-centered individual. He don't care about these people, man. That shit, wow.
Bum that's trying to get some clout off my name.
Is it a Mexican gang member?
No, it's a roach, I would say.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I don't even know why that happened, but I guess He is the one that messaged me and told me to not fuck with you.
And we were cool before that, which was weird. That's why we're having issues, because I had no issue with him before that message was sent.
Yeah, telling somebody not to hire somebody is crazy work.
Yeah, when we're supposed to be cool, and all I've ever done is try to help that fool out.
Right.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
You do that all the time?
I mean, here
and I got disowned by the No Paperwork Pod. They said I can't come back because I said I got 911 on speed dial.
What Instagram account was that posted on? Because I would like to watch that.
I think they did. They said it on their pod, or they be doing like a. I'm not sure. They did it on like a. Sometimes they do kind of the split screen YouTube collab kind of stream off their phones, or it looks like maybe. And they said, "I'm not welcome back," which it's all good, you know.
There's got to be a.
I mean, these are like prison dudes, so it's like I understand. But when I said I work with the police because all these Mexican fools are tripping on me, was me saying, if you're willing to kill me over a podcast opinion, yes, I will call the police. That was the extent in which I work with the police. I have actually never called the police in my life, believe it or not, guys, you know, but at this point in my life at 31, I'm not willing to die over a podcast opinion. So if you're willing to take it to that over me just having an opinion on a podcast, yes, I have to employ the police, because I'm not sliding on people that are stealing my car like Doughboys, you know, with Spody. It's like, I'm not, you know, if somebody harms my mama, I'm not going to slide around the hood looking for him. You know what I mean? It's just like at this point,
and that's like, it's important to let everybody know that you will call the cops, like from my perspective as well, because it's like, that kind of stops a lot of street dudes in their tracks when they realize, like, oh, this guy is gonna, like, think about the Pooh Shiesty and Gucci thing. Pooh Shiesty would not have done that to Gucci if he thought that Gucci was going to talk to the cops. The fact that he did, I understand, was very, very upsetting to Pooh Shiesty. But like, if Gucci, like, you know, Gucci has something to lose by saying that he would call the cops. I have nothing to lose because I'm not a proclaimed gang member. So I make it clear all the time, like, yeah, if you pull up on me, then I'm going to do what I have to do. But then I'm also going to tell the cops every single thing that I know about the situation. And I have absolutely no shame about that. And I have absolutely nothing against the police at all. If anything, I think that they are criminally underfunded and there should be more cops on the street.
Yeah.
Now, Adam saying that right there, I do feel like with the guys that are fake street guys, you know, if you tell them you're gonna call the police, oh, they get scared. But if we really think about it, right, if something goes to that level where it's serious, the police is gonna get involved anyway. They're gonna get involved. So I don't understand why niggas portray these certain images when the end results is the police getting involved. If we being real, it's so much technology in this world today. Most of the time, the police is gonna know, get involved because of the technology. So why act like that isn't the end result? Very rarely do you get away with things in today's world. Very, very rarely. SBGB TV live call-in show.
What's going on, DZ? This LJ from ATL.
What's going on with you, bro?
Nothing much, man. I just tuning in, watching the game, and tuning in, listening to what you got to say about these guys.
Yes, sir. What's good?
Nothing much, man. It shows you how watered down these so-called streets are, or maybe the rap hip-hop streets, because when has the police ever been a threat to somebody, a threat to these street dudes in real life? Like, everybody the police get called when two gang members kill each other.
Yeah.
So how can a white boy say, I could just call the police and they'll get scared? Like, what had the streets come to? I thought that's a part of the game, right?
Yeah, but, you know, they didn't let that mentally take over, because everybody thinks that they're going to do this shit that they do in the streets and that they're never going to get caught. That's the whole mind state. I'm going to just gang bang and I'm going to do these things, whatever I'm doing in the street, I'm never going to get caught. We all know that the end result is getting caught, but the mental part of it. And this is why the game is definitely softened up, because if you supposed to be this street guy, you ain't supposed to care about that. You supposed to be on that.
Yeah, you're supposed to do it in a way like I'm not trying to get caught, but if I get caught, so what?
But these guys straight fufafi.
I agree, man. Because that to me, I'm like, okay, you're gonna call the police, so what? I mean, going to jail is a part of the street code anyway. I mean, part of the street. No, anyways, right? I thought jail was where you get your stripes at.
It's a part of the game.
It's a part of the game. It's like being a basketball player and scared to get fouled or scared to take a charge. It's like it's a part of the game.
Yeah.
So that just don't. That always cracked me up. And Charleston White exposed that. He just go around telling dudes, "I'm gonna call the police," and now they just hugging up with him.
Yeah.
You know, kicking it with him. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I thought that was a part of the game, and the whole thing with Mooseman and Wack told Adam like I could have got to him if I wanted to, so that lets you know right there it was a play.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna never do anything.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna do anything anyways. He just wanted to cause a scene. You know, even when he walked in, I saw Wack looking at the guy over there to the left, like, should I start now? Like,
yeah,
it looked like somebody gave him his cue to start. So, yeah, it's no jumping is WWF, man, or WWE.
Yeah.
You know, just entertainment, man. But no, I wanted to just shout you out, man. Keep doing your thing. And I know I kind of said something about the West Coast last week, and somebody in your comments corrected me, and they're right. It's not the whole California, it's just really the internet LA streets look bad. Not the Bay Area, not San Diego, not even the whole LA, but just those particular figures on No Jumper. So that's all I want to say, man. Salute.
I appreciate you calling in, brother. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah, smash that like button, man. And hit that subscribe button. Shout out to all y'all that be rocking with the channel.
Oh, maybe you might be a little too left.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I won't get that far, but shout out to the police, the good police officers out there, man, protecting the streets.
If
man.
we were to comb through your internet history, would we find any abolish the police messages?
No, I was never on the abolish the police.
SBGB TV live call-in show.
What's poppin', man? In Miami.
What's good with you, bro?
Man, ain't too much. I agree with the homeboy that just called, man. The streets, you in the streets. Jail just a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's just like I never understood why these folks get so scared of the police. Real gangbangers that I know and gangsters and stuff like that, that's just a normal day. You know what I'm saying? Like they prepared to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? They leave the house wearing certain clothes just in case they get locked up. They won't be cold in the holding tank. You know what I'm saying?
They ready.
They ready to go at all times. And the difference between the black gang members and let's say the Spanish ones, they don't mind going. You feel them?
Yeah. If it's their turn, they going.
Say it again?
If it's their turn, they going.
They going. You know what I'm saying? And they don't do that 50-50 yard stuff. It's they do it for real. You know what I'm saying? They don't do the protective cut. They don't do all that stuff. They go and they feel like that's where they get their stripes and become who they are supposed to be. These dudes be scared of jail. They go to certain yards. They go in the fire camp trying to get out early. Man, the Mexican dudes they would have X'd them out. You can't do that. Yeah. You feel me? You can't try to go home early and all that type of stuff. We looking at you as weak. You feel me?
Yeah.
And these dudes, this internet that messed up a lot of these dudes' character. You know what I'm saying? We starting to see that these dudes they scary. They not real warriors and gangsters, and they're not that. These dudes want to be on the internet. That'll show me right there. If you want to be seen as much as you shouldn't be in the streets. You got to pick one. You feel me?
But they want to be recognized as a gang member and on the internet. So it's like you really don't want to be a gang member, but you want to be accepted by the gang, but you really want to be on the internet.
Right. But it's just really putting a target on you for if you do ever have to go down that road. Now you think you're famous, so now it's a spotlight on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a spotlight on you. So you got to kind of pick one. If you're going to try to, get in the internet space and content space, just quit banging. You know what I'm saying? You can't do both. It's never going to work out. You know what I'm saying? Because you really telling on yourself the whole time. You're giving up your location. You're giving up what you just did and all this stuff. It ain't worth it. So anybody who 50-50 with the content and half gangbanging. So I can't take them cats seriously. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. I can't. It's like you got to pick a side, you know. And I know, you know, a lot of these dudes, they really don't want to be gang members because they want money. You're not making no money being in the gang, but they want to still be accepted.
Right, but you got to pick one. You can make money being in the gang by doing what gangsters do. You're not doing that though. You trying to be on the internet.
Yeah,
you feel me? So that's the conflict right there. And Wack got these people fooled. He knows how to, like you say, he knows how to bait them in with the lingo. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to make them tell on themselves and blow up their hood. So you saw me get knocked out?
Yeah.
Put it on your hood. We all know you got knocked out. But just because we don't see the physical video, if the dude says it, he blew up his hood, now he got to go get DP. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But dude should have just stood up there like, bro, we know you got knocked out. Whether I seen the video or not, you got knocked out. I put that on the set that you got knocked out. I ain't going to say that I seen it, but I put it on the set you got knocked out. You feel me?
Yeah.
He just know the lingo to bait these dudes in and get them in trouble with they hood when really it should be every gang member against Wack. Wack is the people. You feel me?
Now that's a fact.
He should never be able to get nobody in trouble with their hood. He's the police. It should be everybody against Wack. You feel me? All that thinking he could do something for you in the industry, that's over with. He can't even do nothing for him in the industry. You feel me?
He can't even do nothing for his damn self, man.
Makes you think he's gonna do something for you, man. Look at his artist. He's done. He's done. He's hanging on by a clubhouse. Ack and Adam, they damn near done with his lies and everything. He can't put out that narrative no longer. You know what I'm saying? So I think all the gang members in LA and all over, they should be anti-Wack. You feel what I'm saying? Like they should treat him a certain way, like a snitch. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nah, you the police. You feel me? You gotta prove that you're not. How about that? Prove that you're not. We don't gotta prove that you're the police no more. Prove that you're not. You feel me?
Yeah.
You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be impossible. You don't. Here go my last thing, Dave. If somebody got a major gun case dropped out the interest of justice, and you're known for talking about cases on how people get out of them, you would bring up this case every single time there's a case that ever got brought up. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Anytime there's a case, he would be able to talk about how he got out through the interest of justice. Because he inserted himself in everything possible, correct?
Yeah, and he would make it make sense because it doesn't even make sense why the case got dropped. He just say the case got dropped, you know? And it's like, well, the suppression didn't go through. The reason you suppressed the evidence, that didn't work. So he doesn't have like a logical reason to make it make sense why the case got dropped. He just keeps saying that the case dropped and he spent money. No, you didn't spend that much money, and you agreed to cooperate, and you started working, and the case got dropped.
That's it. You don't have no expert. This is a case you would be touching on every single time somebody question you, or just it could be some whole other random case. It could be Pooh Shiesty case, and he'll talk about how he got his case dropped out of interest of justice. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You always will bring that up if that's what really happened. That would be something that he will be trying to educate the streets on. You know, the interest of justice. I've never heard of it till, you know, it was presented on his behalf. Never even heard of that. You feel me? And I've been arrested plenty of times. I've been out all type of stuff. Never once heard of interest of justice. Yeah. So if that was the case with you, you should be explaining to us how we can get that, how other people can get that. What does it mean? You feel what I'm saying? That's important.
Yeah, but he can't explain that because the interest of justice was them people, the motherfucking DA, the prosecutors, they dropped it because he cooperated and he made some things happen for the government.
Correct. He got somebody else justice served. You feel me?
Yeah.
He was the small fry. He probably told him whoever he got the joints from. Like, it's so much to that, but that's why we gotta treat him like the police, because he's not. As a street dude, you gotta prove to yourself that you're not. If that's what's being said about you, yeah, it's one thing if one person said it, but if the whole internet's calling you the police, you should be able to break down your entire case and show how you're not. You feel me?
And make it make sense, because that shit he said them other times talking about it don't make no sense.
And you can't do it on Clubhouse with all your yes guys. You got to do it on a platform where there's somebody else who done been jammed up in all this shit, where they can go back and forth with you about it. Don't do it with all the Clubhouse Yeah, that's right, Wack. You did get the interest. Yup. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Nah. We don't need them. We need somebody up there that can go back and forth. We need AJ from academics, people, Dog Face, you. We need somebody who's gonna go back and forth with him about it. He won't give us action at that. You feel me?
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, I know brand risk, the next brand risk is coming up. I want to see Wack in the ring. But listen, DZ, we know he's gonna go up on the price. He don't even have to have an opponent. I want to see Wack versus a lie detector.
Yeah, I said that to him one time. He came in my chat, said something crazy. Yeah, I did a live or something, then I clipped it talking about him taking a lie detector test. Yeah, he would never take a lie detector test. That thing, he'll burn it up.
Take the lie detector test for $100,000 on brand risk. Let Aiden and them let the chat ask you questions for $100,000. You feel me?
Yeah.
Sit in that chair as the main event, strapped up to a lie detector, and let Aiden give you $100,000 and let the chat ask you questions. You feel me?
Man, he would never agree to that because he know he'd burn that joint up.
Come on, man. If this ain't no opponent, you can't say you don't fight and nothing like that. It's free questions. You feel me?
For $100,000, he wouldn't do it.
For $100,000. Let's come on now. I want to see you versus the lie detector, man. You feel me?
Yeah, he couldn't trick that shit. All that shit would be wrong every time.
Dude doing thumbs down the whole night. You thought he was gangbanging.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
That's my call, though, Deezy.
Appreciate you calling in, bro.
Love.
Yeah. Wack took a lie detector test. Man, he gonna fail tremendously. Yeah. He would just burn it all the way up. We know that. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Some more like maybe retraining them, some stuff, maybe some psychiatric evaluations here and there, but I was never on the abolish the police shit. That's not me.
Interesting. But when you said 911 on speed dial,
that was like my last little, I had to get that. I knew that this was the moment. It's like, this is the time, you know, it's like at the end of the day, I'm a content creator, you know, I'm at No Jumper. I'm trying to be rookie of the year. That was the last time where it's like, if I say anything that's kind of funny style after this, he might actually sock me. So I got to get this bar off real quick. And that's kind of the highlight of the clip.
And I'll say this on camera because I said this to you off camera, so I don't want you to think I'm one of them fake dudes. I respect you for showing up. Like, that took some balls.
Yeah, I showed up by myself. I was on bullshit. I was showing up with a bunch of Mexicans. Like, he thinks I roll around.
So
but
everybody wouldn't have done that. So
I show up by myself, man, to talk to the guy. But it went south, so it's all good.
Yeah, we did it. I mean, ultimately, nobody was harmed.
Nobody was harmed.
One of the camera stands.
I caught a water bottle, half full water bottle.
Did it hurt? Did the bottle hurt?
It was to the arm. Adrenaline was kind of rushing, so I didn't really feel it.
Sentia to the forearm.
Yeah, it's all good. You know, I'll take it for 1.4 million views.
I'm just like counting just the universe, God, and everything that the other guys weren't there when that happened. Because I think if the other two guys were there when that happened, I think that would have been a different situation.
I think they would have been respectful of my building as well, especially given the fact that, like, obviously they just weren't needed in any way. There was no threat.
Right.
There was just no reason for Wack to lash out the way that he did. It was just.
You hear it, Doughboy, though. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, because it would have been bad if they was there. Like, come on. Like, you've seen these dudes get active before. Like, you've seen wax people get out. Like, that shit's crazy. That shit's wild, man.
Very outrageous, if you ask me, but whatever.
All right.
Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, man. God damn. Shout out to all y'all that be rocking with the channel. You know, I appreciate all of y'all, man. You know, make sure you follow us on all platforms. We on Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, Kick, YouTube, Instagram, and everything is SBGB TV. And we on Reddit. Everything is SBGB TV, man. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Shout out to all y'all. If you're a member of the channel, put a 1 in the chat so we can shout you out. You know, we appreciate you, man. Go check out the merch, sbgbtv.com. If you wanted us to promote anything for you, you can email me, sbgbtv@gmail.com. You know, I appreciate all of y'all that be rocking with the channel, man. We coming back for the late night show. So make sure you lock in for the late night show. You know, we appreciate all of y'all, man. Make sure you follow on all platforms. We coming back for the late night show. Go check out the Real Life Street Stars interview if you haven't seen DZ on Real Life Street Stars, SBGB TV. You know, I appreciate all of y'all, man. D Twins, Nehemiah, Too's Much, C Brown. Shout out to all y'all. Jan Meeks, appreciate all of y'all, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You know, share this live. You know, I appreciate all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's your boy DZ, man. You know, we grinding non-stop. And we putting in that work for sure. You hear me? We putting in that work for sure. That's a fact. Let me see here. Hold up. Let me see here. Putting in that work for a fact. I want y'all to go stream. You know, make sure y'all go stream She Ain't Gotta by DZ. She Ain't Gotta by DZ. Go stream that joint. Big facts. Go stream She Ain't Gotta by DZ. You heard me? Shout out to all y'all, man. Go stream She Ain't Gotta by DZ on all platforms. You know, I appreciate all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, that subscribe button. Aight. Shout out to all y'all that be rocking with the channel. Go stream She Ain't Gotta by DZ. You know, DZ appreciate all y'all that be rocking with the channel, man. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I see y'all for the late night show, man. You know, I appreciate all y'all that be supporting the channel, that be sharing these lives, and hit the like button, all that. You know what I mean? Y'all know what it is, man. We locked in non-stop. And it's your boy DZ. Y'all know what it is, man. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Nah.
Came out the mud, now we map out the stuff. Hands on the wheel, got my life in the car. Up and down roads, they said ain't for me. Now I run routes like a wide body Jeep. Selling work out the trunk. I was freezing at lights. Eating chips for dinner. Counting quarters at night. Now it's bags in the back. Got them strapped to the seats. Every mile one prayer. One now police. State line after state line. I was chasing a shot. Every mile marker felt like a ticking clock. Hit a rest stop shower just to rinse off the pain. Then I double that flip, did it all again. Highway to the million, I bled with it. Turn that stress into stone, then I built with it. From a stash in the door to a safe in the crib. I was driving for my life, now I'm flying.